Financial reports. To find them, go to your left-hand navigation menu, scroll down to select Reports, and choose Financial Reports. Once selected, you'll view your sales summary report with your overall purchases for products and services, the total bills made for each, and your gross sales. You'll also have the total of all items, both services and products, on the very top on this left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we break it down for you. So we have your top purchases. In this case is Latisse. 21 bills have been made. Your gross sales are roughly $2,800. Then we have Botox, etc. We can specify this date range on the right-hand side under Sales Summary. To alter this, click on this field. You'll be able to view your sales summary report for today, yesterday, the last 7 days, 30, 90, month to date, last month, year to date, and last year. You can also customize this. If I just want to view the first week of July, I can simply click on Monday here through Friday, and that will adjust and update for me. To view additional financial reports, click on the Sales Summary dropdown. We can view our payments and refunds, our charges by category, our sales taxes, charges by provider, financial activity by location, adjustments by reason, refunds by reason, credit card breakdown, discounts by reason, charges by patient coordinator, charges by patient, charges by referral sources, and our price listing. To view one of these reports, simply select it in this drop-down here. For example, if I wanted to view my payments and refunds, I'll be able to see my net total versus my total amount. I can filter each report by clicking on Show Filters. I can filter by transaction type, the method of payment, by provider, by users, so all of your staff here, by location. Of course, I can specify my date range. I can alter how many entries I want to view, whether it's 20 items per page, 50, 100, 200, or 500. If I want to group the following information by field, I can select Group by Field and group the following information by date, provider, location, or user. If I only want to view my totals in this down here, I can simply select Show Only Totals. Once I've altered a filter or multiple filters here, simply select Update. And now, as you can see, because I'm only showing totals, I'll only be able to see my totals down here at the very bottom right-hand corner. I can export this to Excel, I can export it into a PDF, or I can simply print this straight from the page with these toggles over here on the right-hand side. Let's take a look at another financial report. Select Payments and Refunds, this drop down here, and let's view charges by category. Based on how we've configured all of our services and our products, I can view all of our abdominoplasty services here. So for example, we had one mini tummy tuck. For our Allergan products, we sold one Latisse. As far as dermal fillers go, right now we just have one dermal fillers. And then, of course, we have our page totals of each of these. If I scroll up again and I want to filter this, I can click on Show Filters. I can filter this by category, so all of the categories we've set up within the SPC. I can choose a date range. I can add how many items I want to view per page. Once I'm finished, I can select Update, and this report will update for me. I could also, again, export this to Excel, PDF, or print straight from the page. The next report would be sales taxes, and that's entirely dependent on where you're located. We can view charges by provider. I can show my filters. I can update my date. So instead of just viewing today, let's do the last 30 days. I can filter by provider, by location, if I only want to view specific products or services, if I only want to view specific categories, or if I only want to view products or only services. Once you're finished with adding your filters, select Update. Now you'll be able to see in the last 30 days what Jamie's been up to, as well as Rachel, as well as April. And then after Christy Perry, you have your page totals, the quantity of items, the charges, the discount, amount billed, any adjustments, any refunds given, the payments applied, and your total balance. Now let's scroll back up to the top. Again, we can export this to Excel, to PDF, or we can print straight from this page. If you have multiple providers and you want to go to a specific provider, you can select Go To in this drop down here and go straight to one of these providers or down to the page totals. The next report let's take a look at is financial activity by location. Because the SBC Play Sandbox only has one location, we will just view our total charges and our total payments for this specific location. Now, when we select Show Filters here, we'll be able to change the date range. And remember, once you're done selecting the date range that you would like to choose, click on Update over here. Then you'll be able to review that report based on those days that you've chosen. Our next report is Adjustments by Reason, which is pretty straightforward. We'll also have our refunds by reason, so it's going to lay out all of the refunds and the reason we've chosen them. We can view our credit card breakdown, so what kind of credit cards have been used and for what amount. The next one, Discounts by Reason, is where we lay out all of the discounts and tell you the reason each staff member has applied each one. We also have our Charges by Patient Coordinator, which is fairly straightforward. We have our Charges by Patient. We can filter this by date range, by provider, by location, by patient coordinator, and we can choose how many entries we want to view per page. I'm going to go ahead and change this date range to the last 30 days. Click on Update, and now I can view these patients that have come in within the last 30 days. We'll have the patient name, the date, the bill ID numbers, the provider's name, the location, patient coordinator, the product or service that they purchased, along with the quantity, that price, however much was charged, any discounts that were given, the total amount billed, how much tax was applied, and then the balance with taxes. And if we look down here to the bottom of Emma Roberts' records, we can see the total amount charged, the total discounts applied, the total amount billed, the total of taxes, and of course her current balance, so anything that may be due. Our next report is Charges by Referral Sources, and this will lay out how many charges have been made based on the referral sources that you have configured. And last but not least is Price Listing, and this is where we can view all of your services, your products, and your packages and what their prices are. And those are your financial reports.